a lot of the things. First I wasn't a supporter of it, and I'm sorry.
Yappy dog in the background. No
Yeah,
worries.
hold on real quick. I'll shut him down.
No, don't shut your dog down. Let him bark. We're just gonna move on to the next guest. Typically, when people will like come up on the stream and they got a yappy dog in the background, they'll like yell at it to shut it up because they want to be able to talk to me. And I get it, but I don't want your dog to get like fucking yelled at and chastised atypically hard just because you want to talk to me on stream. So we're gonna move on to the next guest, you guys. They all have big yappy dogs. A lot of them do, yeah. We're gonna get Robbie up in here. Everybody, just give us a minute. We're trying to get the first debate of the stream going. I apologize that it's been taking so long. Hopefully, we'll be able to get it underway shortly. So everybody, do just be patient. I understand that it's been a bit rough to get an actual debate going today. Just give us a minute, y'all. And guys, please help me out here by double tapping on that phone screen and sharing that live. What is up, Johnny? Did you vote for Trump?
Hello?
Hi, did you vote for Trump?
Hi, yes, I did.
You did vote for Trump. Phenomenal. Why?
Many reasons, I guess,
Many reasons, so name them.
I just think that he was a better, I don't support every single thing he says, right, but I think he was
Yeah,
a
you
better...
think he's a better candidate. That's going to be implied via the fact that you voted for him. The question is, why do you think he's a better candidate?
Because the net positive is better than Kamala.
I'm asking you to demonstrate how that's the case.
All right, can I go into, like, specifics, I guess?
Why are you asking for my permission to give me an argument?
All right. First of all, I'm a big fan of yours, so can I just not... I don't like the condescending vibes, you get me?
I swear to God, I'm not trying to be condescending, but I'll intentionally try to be nicer, I guess. So, yeah, feel free to go into the specifics.
Well, what do you want to dive into?
The specific reasons why you think Trump was a better candidate than Harris.
Well, I am typically more conservative, so I could like go into the fact that I don't typically support most LGBTQ ideologies, and I do also believe that Kamala didn't really know what she was talking about in most of her.
Okay, so you voted for Trump because you think it's wrong to be gay.
I don't think it's wrong. I just think that I guess certain lifestyles that most people in
So
that
do you think it's wrong for two men to be together?
in a religious view, yes, but like
Okay, so why is it wrong for two men to be together?
Okay, do you want me to go into religion then?
I just want you to tell me why it's wrong for two men to be together.
It's not wrong. It's just...
Okay, well, if it's not wrong, then why would that be a reason to vote against a liberal?
I was saying the lifestyles that...
What about the lifestyles wrong? Also, being gay is not a lifestyle. Being gay is an innate fact of one's character.
Correct. I just... Okay, so I'm a big, psychology dude. I just stay quiet and listen and look at how things are, right? So
what fact about being gay, or the quote-unquote gay lifestyle, whatever the hell that means, is wrong?
It's not more the gay lifestyle, it's just the liberal lifestyle.
Okay, so you think being liberal means that you're LGBTQ plus?
No.
So then earlier when you said that you voted for Trump because you don't like the LGBTQ plus, what did you mean by that?
So I have many friends who are actually in that community, so I just see little things here and there that indicate that their life could be better if they were to maybe change certain things.
And I'm asking you to define them.
Okay.
You've been on the live for almost 10 minutes.
Okay, moral.
You have given me nothing specific whatsoever. You've been yapping, you've been wasting my time, and you've been wasting the time of 5,000 other people.
You're talking about me?
Yes, I am talking about you. So
I've been live for 2 minutes.
Get into the specifics.
Okay. All right, I guess the main thing is morality. They have less morality than...
Morality of what?
They tend to care... Okay. I'm generalizing, right? But
what about the LGBTQ plus community is wrong? That's all I want to know. You have to tell me here. I feel like I'm fucking pulling nails here. I don't want to feel like I'm pulling nails. I just want to be able to have a naturally progressing conversation. But I feel like I'm fucking pulling nails right now. Okay, Johnny's just leaving. What a way to waste my time, bro. I guess we got that next guest loading up into the live, guys. If you're in that queue, make sure that you voted for Trump. If you're in that queue and you didn't vote for Trump, leave the queue. We're going to move on to Nettie. What's up? You vote for Trump? All right, Nettie automatically leaves. Here we go, guys. Spam Maga double in that chat if you voted for Trump. Should be simple. We got Taylor loading into the box. Here we go. We will probably end up doing a restart on the stream. Looks like we could be limited slightly. And we do know the really easy ways to fix that. So we'll try it out. We got Andrea loading into the live. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, it's great to see you all. Hope that you've all had a good start to your Saturday. What's up, Andrea? You vote for Trump? Andrea, hi. You press a button to join the box. You're here on the live with us all in front of 5,000 people. Did you vote for Trump?
No, I'm sorry.
No worries, Andrea. Guys, please, if you're in that queue and you voted for Trump, stay in the queue. If you're in that queue and you didn't vote for Trump,
I did.
Leave the queue. Hi, Brandon. Are you driving?
Hey, no, I'm not. I'm just sitting in my car.
Okay, is
For
it possible
lunch.
that you could turn off your Bluetooth just so we could hear you through your phone?
What was that? Sorry.
Car's mic. And Olivia, thank you for the $10 donation on Venmo. I appreciate you for the love, Olivia. Everybody, please show some love to Olivia down below. Hi, welcome back.
Did you say take it off my car mic? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I did, but I could hear you driving. I could hear the sound of the wind blowing against your car as you go down the road. So we're going to move on to Christine. Everybody, just give us a minute here. Phenomenal. W's for Olivia. While we get the next guest up in here. Hello, Christine. Did you vote for Trump? Christine. Hi. Okay, Christine's not here, you guys. What are we doing? Rules are clear. If you're in that queue, make sure that you voted for Trump. You're at least 18 and you're not driving. Hi, did you vote for Trump? Hi and bye. Hi again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, how old are you?
I'm 24.
Did you vote for Trump?
My family did.
Have you heard me go over the rules of the live, perchance?
Yes. Just give me 1 second. My family's reason for voting for them, and I just don't know how to enunciate, get it to them.
I understand that you want to be able to better enunciate a given point to a family member. However, I want to get a debate going with somebody that voted for Trump. If we had maybe been able to get a debate in the last 30 minutes precisely, I would have allowed you to stay on and ask your question. But we haven't had a debate for 30 minutes, dude. Sometimes you got to make the hard calls. The rules are absolute when we can't get a debate for half an hour. You know what I mean? The rules are absolute. The rules are definite, absolute, and unwarranted when we go 30 minutes without a debate. Hi, DJ, you vote for Trump?
Yes, sir. And I'm 42 years old, New Jersey.
Phenomenal. So why'd you do that?
I liked the way he was in the first presidency. I think he did an excellent job. The gas prices being a big one, that he kept it down. The border, I was impressed with how he handled the border in the first term. I liked the trade deals that he was making with the successful tariffs. I liked the fact that inflation was between 1 and 1.5% for all 4 years, which is ideal. I mean, I saw a big win, and I actually like the way he dealt with C-19 as well.
Okay, well, to start off with the first thing about gas prices, you said you really care about those. So we could actually expect our gas prices to go up because of Trump on Tuesday, because he wants to implement tariffs on Canada when we get 70% of our imported oil and gas from Canada. That will drive gas prices up. Another thing you'd went over was the rate of inflation. Donald Trump's proposed policy in this election cycle is more inflationary than Kamala Harris's. We could expect him to cause significantly more inflation. And what were the other points that you had brought up that I could refute?
Well, let me respond to the two you said. The what if on gas, right? Sure. I mean, we could sit here and have a conversation about fairy tale land and things that didn't happen yet, as the Democrats
it's not
do.
fairy tale land. So this is it's called a projection, and in economics we use those all of the time, and they're very important to use. So we could dictate if policy is going to be good or bad for the country. In fact, this is a little bit more quietly what any rational voter should do in an election. because you are voting on the basis of projected policies and the outcome that we think they will cause. However, with tariffs, it's not I think they will cause inflation. It's I know they will cause inflation because they're designed to cause inflation.
So let me mention this. In the first time was what I was talking about when he was president. We didn't have this problem, right? The gas price was very low. So if I'm going to assume anything, I'm going to assume that his plan with the drill baby drill and becoming energy independent again will result in lower gas prices as it did in his first term, right?
The reason that is not good to do is because he did not run on tariffs during his first term. He is running on tariffs during his second term. And I don't believe that Donald Trump's policy consequently resulted in lower gas prices during his first term.
Well, if I can remember correctly, during Obama's term, gas prices were extremely high and completely out of control. And then when Donald Trump got in, he made changes to become energy independent, and then we had lower gas prices. So I believe, he's going to do the exact same thing again, as he said.
Who do you think we were more energy independent under, Trump or Kamala Harris?
100% Donald Trump.
How could we be more energy independent under Trump's first term compared to Harris and Biden when we not only produced more oil as a country under Harris and Biden, but we also exported less of it and imported less?
Well, you asked me what I think. That's what I think. Now, could you have a fact that I don't know about? Sure. But, according to Donald Trump, he always said he was energy independent and everybody believed that. But Kamala, when she ran for president, never mentioned anything about America being energy independent. So if you've got some additional information, please, let me know.
We produced more oil and we imported less oil under
Well,
Biden.
that doesn't necessarily mean that we were energy independent, because we also didn't have AI in the first term of Donald Trump. AI cost a tremendous amount of energy. So, the amount of energy that we need has grossly increased over the past 4 years, right? So like I said, you asked the question, who is more energy independent? Donald Trump was energy independent, but Kamala couldn't make that same claim.
So, yes, Kamala Harris could make that same claim. Because we were more energy independent under their administration.
Okay, that's fair. I didn't hear that stat, but I believe you.
Of course, and you can reference the Energy Information Administration for more information. But what I want you to respond to, that you seemingly don't want to respond to, is that gas prices under Trump will be higher because of his proposed tariffs.
Again, I'll be happy to come back up if I see that happen, and I'll give you credit for that. But like I said, it hasn't happened yet, and it can be projected to happen. But
so you don't consider projections when you vote for a candidate.
Well, let's think of it like this: Biden and
can
Harris,
I just get a yes or no? Do you consider projections when you vote for a candidate?
Look, when I go get gas, if it's up, it's up.
Okay,
if
so
it's not,
do you or do you not consider projections, sir?
I guess not. No.
Okay, but so then why did you tell me you voted for Trump because of a projection of energy independence?
Well, I voted on Trump because he was able to actually get the gas price down during his first term. And
but the implicit argument there is you're projecting that he will be able to decrease prices in his second term because you think he decreased prices in his first term. The same way I am projecting that gas prices will increase during his second term because of his proposed policy of tariffs following up to it.
Oh, I fully understand.
So we're both making a projection based upon different information for the same future. But when I do it, I'm just the silly liberal that lives in fairy tale land. And when you do it, you're an American with common sense.
No, not necessarily. We just know that energy is more complex. So what happens with Democrats is you guys will find one little fact like tariff and use it as the narrative to shape your entire story. What we do is we look at the whole picture, because energy is very complex. It has lots of factors. And I believe that Trump is this very smart businessman. He will make sure.
I don't believe you look at the full picture. I don't think that you look at the full picture at all. Name the policy that Donald Trump influenced to get passed through Congress during his first administration that caused the price of gas to decrease.
Well, okay. So
yeah, what happened to that full picture?
The policy. Right?
Wait. So you think that your full picture on understanding Donald Trump's economic policy as it relates to gas prices doesn't include understanding policy?
I don't need to understand it. Trump does.
So then you don't understand the full picture.
No, what I said is Trump understands the full
Well,
picture.
you're assuming that Donald Trump understands it. The same way I could just say, because we had the highest level of unemployment in the last 100 years happened under Trump's first term in April of 2020, that I could just assume that Donald Trump passed pro-unemployment policy.
But if I'm not mistaken, didn't he shut the country down because of C-19? I mean, you can't really count that, can you?
There's the truth. Yeah, an external variable
Right.
caused
So he
it.
told
However,
everybody not to go to work.
now the point of what I'm saying is that an external variable caused the highest level of unemployment that we've had in the country in the last 100 years. But using your logic here, I could just associate it as being caused by Trump because it happened under his term. That's what you are doing with lower gas prices, and it's resulting in the unwarranted consequence that somehow you believe Donald Trump had pro-energy independence policy.
Well, yeah, drill, baby, drill.
Drill baby drill is a slogan, 3 words, not a policy.
Right, but he was doing offshore drilling, which Biden stopped immediately. He had excellent deals, with different other
We drilled
countries.
more oil under Biden.
Yes, but the problem was by the time Biden did that, he couldn't catch up from
No, that's
the
not true.
initial.
So from the day Biden walked into office to the day Biden walked out of office, there's not a month where we produced less oil than the month before. Increases every single month Biden was in office.
I'm going to look that up. If that is true, that is very interesting. And
That's on the
I
EIA.
will look that up. But Biden did cancel, because I've spoken to different people in the industry. He canceled like 42 of Trump's energy executive orders. And OPEC had a huge problem with OPEC, and the Saudis didn't want to sell him oil.
Wait,
so
that was because of Trump. Trump brokered a deal with OPEC to reduce their output by 10%.
Right, I can speak on that.
To wane off like unsustainably low gas prices. Also, Amanda, thank you so much for the $25 donation on PayPal. Let's get at least 250 big W's for Amanda in the chat. Amanda says, thank you so much for getting on every day and trying to spread truth. It never goes unappreciated. I will always support you on any platform. Love from Minnesota. Hey, well, Amanda, I really appreciate your kindness, and that's incredibly kind of you, as well as I hope Minnesota isn't too chilly right now. Brian, thank you once again for the $10 on PayPal. Then, of course, Melissa with a $5 on Venmo. Olivia with a $10 on Venmo, saying, me again, just sending love, hoping that you have a great day. I appreciate that. Jen with a $10 on Venmo, saying, for knowing PST, we love you. Caitlin with a $1.11. I appreciate everyone so much for your love on Venmo and PayPal. Now back to you. Do you mind if I ask you a question?
Sure, but I want to congratulate you on all your success, Dean. You're definitely famous now.
Oh, man. Appreciate that. So my question to you is, would you ever vote for a presidential candidate who willingly and intentionally, well, let me rephrase my question. Would you ever support one that willingly and intentionally let violent offenders that beat up cops wanted on child sex-related charges roam free on the streets?
All right, let me just finish with the OPEC. So if I'm not mistaken, didn't Trump just basically say the recommendation, it didn't control OPEC, recommended not to go below, let's say, $1 a gallon on the gas, because to save the gas companies of America, because if we started selling gas below $1 a gallon, the United States gas industry was losing money. So
you're right. And he caused that problem in the first place because he went to multiple countries outside of OPEC and he was like, hey, reduce the price of your oil, or I'm going to go buy oil from these other people. And then he'd go to the other person and say the exact same thing. And this was, the art of the deal. So he negotiated prices down too low to a point where it was unsustainable for American producers. So then he had to go back to OPEC and he was like, hey, decrease your output so we could increase the price just a little bit. But now I would appreciate and answer my question. My question once again is, would you ever support a president that willfully and intentionally let violent offenders that beat up cops wanted on child sex-related charges roam free on the streets?
All right, so can you give me some context as far as what you're referring to? Because I know a lot of the... I need more context than just that question, because that doesn't make... That's not enough for me. What are you referencing?
So it's possible that you'd support a candidate that intentionally and willfully let violent criminals that beat up cops wanted on child rape charges to roam free on the streets?
Okay, so are you trying to say that Trump pardoned somebody that...
All that I'm asking is a very simple question that I'd appreciate.
So no,
and I'd appreciate if you'd answer. Once again, the question is, would you ever support a president that willingly and intentionally let violent offenders that were criminally convicted and pled guilty to beating up cops driving stun guns into their necks, some
Sure.
of whom also wanted on child rape-related charges, roam free in the streets.
Okay, so let me answer the question with some detail that your viewers probably don't know. They did plead guilty, but it was as a plea deal. So I heard those defendants speak out, and they said, look, we had to take a plea deal, and to get the plea deal, they had to admit that they did something to a cop, even though they didn't. And then the other thing you said about the child thing.
So much for the party of law and order.
Wait,
So
wait,
much
wait,
for the
wait, wait.
party of law and
Wait, wait.
order.
No, but
So
they didn't actually
you
do
are
it. That's the
so
point.
far gone.
It was a
that
witch
you-
hunt.
That you are so far gone that you think people that were criminally convicted in a criminal court of law, some of
They
whom
were
pled
not.
guilty to their crimes. Yes, they were. That's the people
Wait,
that
wait,
he
It was
pardoned.
a witch hunt. It was because they didn't actually do the crime.
You stand against the. You do not stand with law and order, sir. You are
And then,
pro
wait,
crime.
with the child thing, you said wanted on. That doesn't mean
Sir, with
guilty.
all due respect. Oh, wait. So are you saying that it would be wrong to not give someone their due process?
They need.
You got a phone call on mute. Dude, like, okay, well, hi. So would you ever advocate
If
for...
somebody has a child-related thing, they should definitely be taken to court. No question about
would
that.
you ever support policy to, like, very swiftly punish people that are accused of child sex-related charges without due process?
I mean, if there was absolute evidence, absolutely. Why wouldn't I support that?
No, we don't even know if there's any evidence because there's no due process.
Of course, there has to be some evidence. You can't just go around and just lock people up if that's what you're saying.
Enough evidence to arrest somebody for criminal processing, however, prior to due process.
I mean, if there's evidence of something like,
but it hasn't gone through court.
Yeah, if there's evidence that hasn't gone through court and a special prosecutor, for example, can look at it and say, yeah, this is pretty guilty, then yes, they should have to wait in jail, no bond.
Okay, so do you think that, wait, that's not what I asked, just punishment. Punishment, they get punished.
They get punished without court?
Yeah.
I mean, that's really not how our system works.
Okay,
right?
So, but you don't support that?
I mean, punishing people without court is just not how our system works. So,
Okay,
I
so
mean,
you obviously don't support the
law.
Lake and Riley Act that allows for the deportation of undocumented migrants that are accused of such
Okay.
crimes, right?
All right, so let's go back to that. So here's the thing. You're talking about American citizen versus a non-American citizen. You can't give non-American citizens the same rights that an American citizen has.
That's actually false. So undocumented migrants in America have some constitutional protections.
But again, we don't have to give them that either. But so tell me, teach us all. What constitutional protection should an illegal have?
Okay, well, when you're asking should, I think that undocumented migrants
Perhaps.
have all constitutional protections. But the question of what they do have under the current interpretation of the Supreme Court, I think there's like 5 amendments in which apply to undocumented migrants. I can't remember them specifically. I'm sure that we could both find it. But overwhelming, I think like the point that I was trying to get at there is I just find it like incredibly absurd that you're going to sit here and you're going to say that all of these individuals on January 6th that were criminally convicted of beating up cops and driving stun guns into their necks, like DJ Rodriguez, were innocent and it was all a witch hunt, is incredibly disrespectful to our law enforcement and is a spit in the face of law and order. And I can't believe that this is something coming from one on the right.
Well, keep in mind, they all didn't get full pardons. Some of them, they already served 5 years in jail. Okay, so they did not get punished. They did get punished. They got 5 years. Maybe that one in particular, if there was video evidence, and you know, a lot of them were just there.
You just don't trust our criminal justice system.
They already had a punishment of 5 years.
But it wasn't the
and then
entirety of their punishment as allotted by your criminal justice system, meaning that they did not serve their time.
Well, that's what a pardon is, or there's a semi one, which some of them did get a semi.
You're
Meaning,
talking about commutes, but listen,
Commutes,
you're just still not responding to the point that you said you never vote for a candidate who let violent offenders that assaulted cops wanted on child sex related charges roam free in the streets, and yet that is something that Trump did do.
again, I don't believe it was a real problem. That's why Biden had to pardon all of the
What?
J6
Okay.
committee people that arrested those people. It was such
You
a
don't
big
think it was a
deal.
real problem?
It wasn't a real crime, and it wasn't a real problem.
Donald Trump admitted to sending fake slates of electorates to 7 different states to steal the election from Biden in 2020, the biggest internal attack on our democracy since the Civil War, and you're going to say that's not a real problem? Are you a traitor?
Okay, so an attack that nobody had pew-pews. Okay, it was not an insurrection. It was already found it wasn't an insurrection.
Donald Trump didn't need a
Have you seen
pew-pew.
the video? Have you seen all the video?
One
Not
second, I'd
just
like
the
to explain that.
Democrat-
Donald Trump didn't need a pew-pew to pull this off. The point of having a pew-pew when you want to achieve a means to an end is to give yourself a force multiplier to have more power. However, Donald Trump had the sufficient power to attempt his coup to rig and steal the election from Biden without that, as he was the sitting president of our country. And by the way, this is not speculative. This is something that Donald Trump has personally admitted to.
Okay, let me answer your question directly then. You said coup. That's what you think it was, right?
Yeah,
So
I think that Donald Trump launched a soft coup
Okay,
against
let me
our
answer
democracy.
directly. So then why did Nancy Pelosi admit 3 times it was her fault? Reason being is that Trump asked for 10,000 additional soldiers to protect the Capitol that day to prevent something like this. Had he even had 500 there, it would have prevented it. But Nancy Pelosi said, no, we don't need the extra protection. She admitted 3 times on 3 separate occasions that J6 was 100% her fault.
Okay, so what you're saying is wrong, and you're also not understanding what I'm saying. So
Well,
typically when
couldn't it be-
January... Do you mind if I finish?
It couldn't have
I
set
would
it up.
appreciate if you'd allow me to finish, because you're not understanding what I'm saying.
Sorry. I got a call in the middle. I apologize. I didn't mean to cut you off.
So I'm referencing the fake electorate plot, where Trump tried to steal the election from Biden by installing fake votes from himself from states that he lost in Congress.
Well, listen, the fact is that, again, look, this is the problem with that, and I'll tell you straightforward. When you got things like the Russia collusion that wound up being fake, and you've got so many fake witch hunts against Trump, even if what you're saying is true, even if it's true, nobody cares because you guys have went after the guy so many times.
What the fuck? You don't care that Donald Trump tried to rig the outcome of the 2020 election even after he admitted to trying to rig the outcome of a 2020 election? So you are an anti-patriotic, anti-American, anti-democracy, anti the voice and the vote of the people, traitor to our country.
Okay, let me reverse it. Why is there 18 million additional Democrat votes only under Biden in 2020 that disappeared in 2024?
They didn't disappear. Oh, now you also believe that the 2020 election was rigged, right?
Correct.
So perfect. Yes, you are. You are a traitor. It's time that we start calling this out, ladies and gentlemen. I think that this needs to be stigmatized as being a form of a genuine form of being a traitor to our country. The 2020 election was the safest election in recorded American history. It was incessantly investigated for 4 years on the local, state, and federal level. There is absolutely no evidence ever found of widespread voter fraud. The only reason that you believe that is because Donald Trump told you to believe that. It is complete anti-American propaganda, and this is why Republicans are not the party of patriotism. This is why the Republicans are not the true party for pro-America. You believe in anti-American ideals that actively erode the civil and electoral processes enshrined by our Constitution and instilled as an act of patriotism in American citizens that can and do vote every 2 and 4 years. You are eroding that. You are fighting that. You want to destroy it. You want to decrease public trust in these institutions because they didn't serve to your best interests in 2020. You don't care about America. You care about Trump and Trump's interests. And whenever anything conflicts with Trump's and Trump's interests, it's the problem.
All right, I have a reason why I said it. Also, don't forget Clinton also accused Trump in 2016 of rigging it. So
The difference between Clinton and Trump is that Clinton took the proper legal channels to contest and question the outcome of the 2016 election. It got to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court ruled that there was not sufficient evidence of widespread voter fraud, and Clinton conceded the next day.
I'll
What
tell
did
you why.
Trump do? Now you stop talking. What did Trump do? Trump didn't even look for any evidence. He told the leader of the DOJ, Bill Barr, to announce widespread voter fraud without any evidence before half of the DOJ threatened to resign if Bill Barr didn't follow through with Trump's request. Then Trump invested millions of dollars into his own election integrity committee to find any evidence, and then he took anything they could find to 63 handpicked courts, 34 courts with Republican-appointed judges, and 17 courts with Trump-appointed judges, and they all ruled that he had no standing and no sufficient evidence to even bring it to court, and he still believes it to this day. Keep in mind, this was all after he tried to rig it and quote-unquote steal the election back from Biden to verify the authentic outcomes of the election. There's absolutely no way to compare Clinton contesting 2016 through the proper legal channels to everything in which I just described of Trump.
Okay, I'll tell you why I say it. And then I have to go. And Dean, again, congratulations on your success. The reason why is because they did the mail-in voting, for instance, like in Pennsylvania, within 1 week before the election, all of a sudden they had all these mail-in voting that they didn't have that rule before. And by the time Trump found out, he was like, what? They changed the rules everywhere? So, long story short, I appreciate everything. Thank you.
That's not
Dean.
true.
I
So
will come back.
no. We knew
You
that
can look it up.
we knew that mail-in votes would be a big deal in the 2020 election 6 months ahead of the election. In Congress, we had all of the Republicans talking about how we need to get rid of it because they knew it would favor the Democrats. We even have Trump on recording with Steve Bannon a month before the election saying that Trump planned to call the election on the night of and then say that all the mail-in ballots that came after should stop and they were all fake and false. Like, this is all big lie propaganda.
Dean, I'm going to come back and debate this with you soon. I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, have a good one. We're going to go to get the next guest up in here, guys. We got Lauren loading in. Tyler! Oh my gosh, Tyler with $100 donation on Venmo. Tyler says, you're the man, Dean. Keep doing what you're doing, and eventually these MAGA cultists will wake up. Have a great weekend. Well, Tyler, I really appreciate you for the $100 donation, man. I want to get at least 1,000 big W's and at least 1,000 big booms for Tyler down below in that chat. That is so incredibly kind of you, and thank you so much, Tyler. Lauren, what's up? You vote for Chomp?
Yep.
That's right. Why'd you vote for the worst presidential candidate of your entire life?
Well, because I had already voted for the worst president, 2 presidents prior to him.
Be more explanatory.
I voted for Obama, who was a big failure. Voted for
Obama's
Trump,
a big failure.
Huge.
Huge failure. Huge failure.
Yeah.
Okay, so you voted for Trump because you don't fuck with Obama?
No, I voted for Trump because he's a man who will actually do what he says he's going to do, not promise a whole bunch of crap and then never do any of it. And I'm a Democrat who voted Republican.
So that's actually not true. So he promised to decrease the price of groceries, and now he's increasing the price of groceries.
Oh, so see, that's the typical stuff that you do. You young people, you want to judge something on what have you done for me lately when it's not your pick, but when it is your pick, you want to give plenty of time and give him a chance and all this bull crap.
Well, I did give Trump a chance, and Trump is literally advocating for policy that will increase the price of groceries, and it goes into effect on Tuesday. The 25% tariffs, says the White House.
Says the White House.
Yeah, they announced
Trump said that?
25% tariff. Yes, they announced 25% tariffs on Canada, in which go into effect on Tuesday. That will increase the price of your pharmaceuticals, lumber for new construction, gas, and groceries. Not to mention that this is only the beginning of his plan. He wants to impose these same tariffs on all goods imported into our country from everywhere.
Tariffs have been around forever.
Tariffs have been around forever. However,
yeah, they've been around for probably 100 years. Been used on and off. And Biden used
tariffs have been around since the dawn of America.
Biden kept the tariffs that Trump put in effect.
Yeah.
Why don't you dog him about that?
So, I mean, if you've ever watched my stream before, you'll know that I disagree.
I watch you all the time. I laugh at you all the time.
I think it's funny when people that are not so smart laugh at me because they think I'm wrong because I'm more educated.
How do you think you're so much more educated than I am?
I'll detail it to you. Let's go ban for ban or policy for policy, comparing Biden's term to Trump's term.
No,
About
no, 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 no,
policy.
no.
No.
We
Okay,
don't
well,
have to.
that's how I was going to
Hang on.
demonstrate how I was more educated. And seemingly, I don't even need to do the
You,
demonstration. You're already bowing the knee.
no, I ain't bowing nothing.
Okay,
You
so
don't
let's
have
do
any
it.
life experience like everybody else who voted for Trump.
Okay, so what life experience do I need that I don't have?
Do you have any kids?
No, I don't have kids.
Okay. Are you married?
I need kids. No, I'm not married.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you own your own home?
Do I own my own? Oh, no, I rent a condo.
Okay. Do you
So, okay.
have anything
Uh-huh.
other than sitting on this live stream that has any bearing onto what everyday life for 90% of America goes through? You don't.
Vague question.
Because
What does that mean?
hang on, let me show you where you're wrong at, okay? You don't know what the expense of having children can do to a family. You don't understand the expenses of owning your own home. You don't understand the expenses
I
of
technically understand more than the expenses of owning your own home, since my rent is more than the mortgage per month.
okay, whoopee, your rent may be more than mortgage.
Right? I mean, let's do the math here.
No,
If my rent was less than the mortgage, it wouldn't be profitable for the landlord, meaning that this wouldn't be for rent on the market. So if anything,
okay, but what
I actually
happens
have
when
more
your
of
air
a burden when it comes
conditioner
to
goes out?
housing. What happens?
What happens when your air conditioner goes out? Who pays for it?
Who pays for it? The landlord.
The landlord. What happens when your plumbing messes up? Who pays for it?
The landlord. So you're talking about
Okay, what
expenses
happens when
related
your electric
to plumbing,
messes up?
electric, and AC.
What happens when your electric or your plumbing messes up? Who pays for that?
All of these things are going to be paid by the landlord.
Exactly. You don't understand the daily prices and the daily grind of
So
a
those are also
homeowner.
factored into rent. So in a way, actually, in an unintentional, consequential way, the tenant actually pays for some portion of those things, because if it was the case that standard procedure insofar as AC going out, electrical going bad, plumbing, etc., was not profitable in the long term on the macro scale for individuals that rent out properties to tenants, well, then they want to do it. So I mean, that's all factored in as a cost of doing business. And ultimately speaking, the landlord does come out with a profit more typically than not, and that's why there's a market for renting to tenants in America.
I understand the whole process of renting. I've done rentals before. I've owned my own rentals. I know all.
And then also, just like the whole thing about life experience. Yeah, man, I get it. I don't have like the life experience of a 50-year-old person. Okay, like I don't have kids. I don't have a wife. I don't own my own home. I don't do all these things. And I bet as I do gain those experiences, right, I will become a much more wise and intelligent person. Right, I don't completely discredit the value of experiences that you have throughout life, and you definitely typically become more wise and educated the older you become. But
Okay, so then why
if
do
you
you
just let
argue
me finish, if you'll just let me finish.
have them?
Although I am 20 years old and lack these certain experiences, I'm still more wise, educated, and intelligent than you are at your age.
Reading a book doesn't make you educated. Reading a post on
What the fuck did you
it
just
don't
say?
make you educated. I know
What
a
did
lot of people.
what did you just say? Reading books doesn't make you educated?
No, because
What the hell?
you can
Wait.
read
Do you think that college educates people?
I think in some degrees,
Dude,
yes,
dude.
but not
Dude,
completely.
Sarah with the $8.88 off Venmo for exposing the traitors of the USA. Alaska with a $5 saying period, go off on them. And Harrison with the $2 on Venmo as well. Well, if you want to support me, guys, my Venmo, my PayPal are linked in the link tree in my bio as well as they're right there on the top of the phone screen. Could you go ahead and thank Sarah, Alaska, and Harrison for me real quick, Lauren?
No.
Please?
Do what? I didn't hear what you said.
Can you thank Alaska, Sarah, and Harrison for their donations to me?
Why would I do that? It's your donation. It doesn't have nothing to do with me.
Well, I want you to thank them because I think that we should all show some appreciation to them.
You going to send me some money?
No, I'm not.
Okay, then I would thank you if you sent me some money.
Okay, but hey,
here's the thing.
just stop the grand scale. Just demonstrate to me that you're more like educated and intellectual than I am by beating me in a debate about politics.
I don't. that's not the whole point of this conversation.
It actually is.
The point of this conversation is to let you understand that just because you read a book, just because you went to college, just because you got a big fancy degree doesn't make you smarter. I work with people who've got 2, 3, 4 degrees and they're dumb as a box of rocks.
So I just want you to demonstrate that what you're saying is true. So like imagine this. Imagine if I was like new to playing chess and you had been playing chess all life long and you came up to me and you're like, reading those books about how to play chess doesn't actually make you better at chess. It's the experience that matters. And then we sit down at the table and we're playing chess and you beat the fuck out of me. That demonstrates that your claim that it's the experience that makes you better at chess is true. And in this context, you're saying that none of these things that I have done over the course of the last couple of years makes you more intelligent. It's the experience that makes you more intelligent and wise. I want you to demonstrate that the hypothesis is correct by proving it inside of a debate, demonstrating that what I believe in is wrong and why.
Well, I'll tell you, the gentleman you had before, you was talking about the people that Trump let go on the pardons, that it wasn't right that they didn't serve their whole time and that they did not serve what the country had or what the courts had put on them. But what you probably don't understand is that happens not only at the federal level, but it also happens at the state level. It's called a PRC. And if a person goes to jail and they are not creating any problems inside there, they are only held to 75 to 80% max of their sentence, which means you can let a full-blown killer out on the street after he gets 80% of his sentence done. So if he's doing a 15-year sentence, 80% of it is about 10, in between 10 and 12 years, he'd hit a 75 to 80 max, and they will let him on the street even though he killed somebody.
So what
So
you're
that just
describing is
shows
actually
you.
a part of the sentence, right? That is deemed as
No,
via the criminal
no,
justice
that's
law.
not part of the sentence. That is an added layer on top of it. That is not part of the sentence. You don't go to court and
It's an added layer on top of what?
it's an added layer because of their
What is it an added layer on top of?
it's an added layer inside of the state and federal levels ability to manage their prison system.
No. I want you to answer my question. What is a PRC an added layer on top of?
It's an added layer that the state can use.
Added layer to what? What is it added to?
Their behavior. There is nothing.
No, it's not an added layer to their behavior. It's an added layer to their sentence.
That has nothing to do with the day that they were acquitted for their crimes.
It is
They
a
do
part
not.
of
They
it
do
is
not.
a functioning part of our criminal justice system in which is standardized and in which is known, in which is structured, and in which is deemed in accordance with rules and regulations for individuals in prison. All right, a pardon, on the other hand, is none of those things. And you could even say that if, like, for instance, a Democrat congressman in California passed new legislation to allow, right, people that beat up cops with a stun gun, right, to get out of jail super early just because they feel like it, that is still willfully and intentionally allowing a violent offender to roam free in the streets. So you would actually still be able to make the same argument, okay? Now, my question to you is, why is Trump a better presidential candidate than Harris? Also, Paul, thank you for the $5 on PayPal saying you're doing good, kid. Love the way you keep it composed. I appreciate that, Paul. Alania with the $2. Thank you so much. As well as Emily with a $10 on Venmo saying books don't make you educated. Yeah, that was crazy. Thank you so much, Emily. But go ahead. Why is Trump a better presidential candidate than Harris?
Well, one, because he actually knows how to speak to people. She is very illiterate for a person who's supposed to be a vice president. She is a run-on sentence person trying to do catchphrases to get, and I'm not talking about drill baby drill. I'm talking about how many memes and stuff have you seen of people making fun of her about the coconut tree stuff and all this, that, and the other.
Oh my God.
When I sat and listened to her debates, whether it was with Trump, with Brett Baer,
this is truly
with
like the most educated American I've ever spoke to. All 3 words: shark, battery, boat. Go ahead.
you see, and that's the reason why you have only a small group of followers that bow down and kiss your ass, because
Okay, I don't care about the toddler whining. Get back to the debate, boy.
yeah, I got your boy for you. Um, you think that just because you read them stupid books,
Yeah, I don't give a
you're
shit about the whining. I want to debate you. Like, okay,
I'm
whatever.
what do you want to talk
Like
about?
keep your reservations personal
Let's talk
about me. I
about
just want
let's
to
talk
fucking
about
debate you. So I
let's
asked you
talk
why
about the
Trump would make a better president compared to Kamala Harris, and you essentially just told me
well
it's because
already
Trump is
he's
better. Would
already
you? Okay, well,
he's already
you're already interrupting me, dear God. Okay,
yeah,
I asked you why
because you're
Trump
an
is a better
idiot.
presidential candidate. You're getting mad. Calm down,
Oh, I'm
snowflake.
not mad.
Yeah, of course.
Trust me.
Wait. No, you are
You
mad because you
ain't
just called me an idiot.
no.
That's like what people do when
You
they get upset and they get emotional and they get triggered. We have this very triggered, whiny snowflake on the live. I think it is all too typical and all too common on the right, where these people just get so angry and so mad because when they talk to Americans with common sense like me, they cannot refute it because they exist as a portion of Americans that do not have common sense, do not have reason, do not have logic, and do not have rationale. I think it's time for you to stop crying. I think that you're big mad, and I'm gonna need you to stop crashing out on the live because you're selling for your team, right? And just have a debate with me, okay? Anyways, I'm gonna get back to what I was saying. You said that you voted for Trump compared to Harris because Trump is better at public speaking than Harris. I would personally refute that. The most recent example would be when he had his press conference about the plane crash in DC, when an interviewer had asked him if he would go to the crash site and be with the first responders. He said, "What? You want me to go fucking swimming?" Making a joke about how it was in the water, or these sharks' batteries and boats, or just the fact that Kamala Harris was able to sweep him 10-0, squad wipe him in the debates. It was so bad that he had accused the moderators of working with Kamala Harris, giving her the questions before time, as well as accusing Kamala Harris of literally wearing an earpiece. Not to mention that if your biggest reservation for Kamala Harris is a lack of ability to effectively publicly speak, I think that this still overwhelmingly gives us reason to vote for her compared to Trump, because Trump's biggest reservations is being a 34-count convicted felon, an adjudicated rapist, an attempted religious persecutor that tried to shut down all new entries of new Muslims coming into America, somebody that has sexualized little girls, advocated to policy that will harm, hurt, and destroy the low and the middle class, isolating us from other countries that we should be allies with, calling for potential military invasion of Greenland when that is a NATO country and could spark a war between Europe and America. I think that it is an absolutely terrible byproduct of the American political landscape today that your biggest reservation of Harris is what you said, not good at public speaking, and that is what gets you to support the guy that has done everything I just said.
When did he ask for the military invasion of Greenland?
Great question. 2 weeks ago, he was giving a press conference about annexing Canada, 51 state, brought up Greenland and Panama. A news reporter had asked him if he could promise the American people that he would not use the military to invade and annex countries such as Greenland and Panama, and to which he then responded that he couldn't promise he wouldn't use the military to take Greenland, and he might need to. Now, France is considering deploying troops inside of Greenland to counter a potential attack from America, and the entirety of the EU is getting behind France in the fight, and it's now boiling to a potentiality of a war between America and Europe if Donald Trump decides to invade Greenland with the military.
And that's funny because I watch the news all the time. Have not heard one thing about that.
Yeah, because you probably watch biased news sources that don't report on that. Like a lot of Americans do
I
that.
watch
A lot
all
of Americans do
different
that.
news sources.
A lot
I
of
watch
Americans do that.
CNN. I watch NBC. I watch Fox. I watch Daily News. I watch local news. I watch all kinds of different
that you
sources.
could find this, like, specifically, like, once again, this was Trump at a press conference. Desiree, thank you for the $10 on PayPal. I appreciate you for the love, Desiree. Everybody, please show some love to Desiree down below.
Because it's funny how you come up with all these stats and yet I never see any of it existed. I'm on internet, I'm on news, I'm on all this stuff, and I don't find it.
Yeah, you're just admitting that I'm more educated than you. That's all. But, like, man, I'm willing to give you my sources for these things if you'd like them.
No, I don't think it's more educated. I think it's more full of bullcrap.
Oh, I mean, I know that's a hypothesis that you'd like to posit, but I could give you my sources, which means I'm more
Well,
educated.
you like to throw hypotheses all around all the time, and yours is always supposed to be correct, but everybody else's is wrong.
Well, unfortunately, when we discuss things such as Trump calling for a potential military invasion of Greenland, if you contest that, you are wrong. And if you think it happened, you are correct, because we're evaluating reality. We're literally looking at a video clip of Donald Trump talking to a news reporter, telling him what I said. If you disagree that Donald Trump did that, you disagree that the sun is warm and the sky is blue. Like, you are, like, contorting fact of reality to fit your narrative. So of course I'm right.
I'm not contorting anything. I'm saying I have not seen any of that evidence
No,
myself.
quite frankly, you called it bullshit, and then I've offered to give you a source 5 times, and you haven't agreed.
I never said you couldn't.
So would you like a source?
Sure, give me one.
Awesome. In the meantime, guys,
It's
make
not
sure
a
that we are
dim-
double tapping away on that phone screen.
Let's make sure that it's a credible source too.
I don't fucking care what the source is as long as they report the video of Trump saying it. Why
Videos
would
can't
we-
be tampered.
Videos
Videos can't be
This
edited?
video absolutely cannot be tampered or edited. Correct.
Yeah, I've seen plenty of videos where they twisted his words around and tried to use it, like the bloodbath video.
So now you're going into mental decay and conspiracy theory.
Son,
Come on,
you have
admit it. You are going into mental decay.
you have no
and conspiracy
idea
theory.
what any of that is. Like
I
said,
know,
you
I
have
know what it
zero-
is because I'm looking
You
at
have
it.
zero. You have zero life experience. You have no idea what you're talking about.
I
You
am
live behind
obviously much more
You
acquainted
live
with
behind a
reality than you
microphone.
are.
You live behind a microphone and a TV screen, and you hope to God that people will send them their hard work money for your lies, and they do. And I got to commend you. You have a good scam that goes on.
Oh, so now I'm a scammer. Well, hey, Darcy, thank you for the $3 on Venmo. I'm happy I could scam you. Same thing with Devin on with $5 on Venmo as well for Mr. Run on Sentence Guess. Happy I could scam you. So do you think that Devin and Darcy are victims of a scam?
If they're believing your stuff, yes.
Oh, wow. Well, could you go ahead and apologize to Devin and Darcy for getting scammed? Say, I'm sorry. And also, I mean, since they
No,
only
I'm
sent
not
like...
going to apologize for other people's.
Wait. They only sent like $3 and $5. Can you reimburse
Okay,
them for
yeah.
getting scammed just as a good guy?
Nope.
Wait.
Nope.
If somebody that I saw got scammed for $8, I'd probably be like, here you go, man. Here's $8. I'm sorry that happened to you. Can you do that for
No,
them?
I doubt you would. You'd probably try to pull one of your little teenage laugh jokes at them and try to make fun of them.
I'd make fun of a victim of a scam. I'm not Trump like when he made fun of a disabled reporter. Don't worry, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, Molly, thank you so much for the $1 on Venmo. Another victim of a scam. Wow, Molly says Lauren is a corrections officer and doesn't mind criminals being pardoned. Are you a corrections officer?
Maybe.
And you have no trust in our criminal justice system. That's crazy. Gabriella, thank you for the $5 on PayPal as a victim
the
of a
goods and the
scam.
bads,
1
yeah.
second. Shh. Sydney
No,
with
I
a
don't
dollar as
care.
a victim of a scam on PayPal. So Vanessa with the $10 on Venmo saying thanks for scamming me. Well, you're welcome. I'm happy I could scam you. Ariel with a $1 on PayPal as a victim of the scam. Sid with a $25 donation saying thanks for scamming me. Juliana with a $10 on Venmo saying don't mind getting scammed by Dean. Let's get some W's for Sid and Juliana down below in that comment section. Bro, dude, I'm scamming so many people, dude. You need to get on my level. I can teach you the method. Victoria with a 10, shut up. Victoria with a $10 donation, and Katie with, oh, someone's gonna get mad and leave. I know you're gonna run away. It happens.
Oh, I
every
ain't
time.
leaving. I don't run.
Katie with a $5 on Venmo saying, take my money, scammer. Yes, let's go, Katie. Victoria with a 10. Gianna with a 1. Let's go. A method is working. Celine with a $5 on Venmo for scamming you. Thank you for the love, Celine. Oh my God, am I just one of like the most prolific, best scammers of the 21st century, sir?
No, probably.
Shut up. Jamie with a $3 for the scam. Liney with a $3 for the scam. Darcy with a $2 for the scam. Thank you guys. We're scamming. Get scammed. Alicia with a $2 on Venmo saying that this guy sounds like very jealous. Yeah, you do sound very jealous. Like you just
No, I
can't
ain't jealous.
conceptualize so that a 20-year-old is more entertaining and educated than you are, and that people support that even financially speaking. So then you just call it all a scam and discard it.
No, it's what it really is.
Mark with the $5 on PayPal. Well, like once again, you actually have been unable to justify that because everything that I've said has been true, and you can't contest any of it. Seriously, I want you to name one thing that I adamantly believe and that I preach every day on live that's false. Jessica with the $5 on PayPal because of the scam. Maureen with the $2 on Venmo for the cult.
Well, one, how you try to say that he's a threat to democracy.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not false. That's true, and I could justify it. Would you like me to?
Sure, go ahead.
He literally tried to rig and install himself for a second term after losing the 2020 election.
Well, there's a lot of narratives towards that 2020 election that
I believe
I
the
don't
narrative
agree
that he
with.
reported he admitted to trying to rig and install himself for a second term.
Can I speak?
I don't know. Can you?
Prior to the election, there was a ton of
As
states.
there with the $5 on Venmo for the scam, and Brianna with the $6
There
on
was a
PayPal
ton
for
of
the scam, and
states
published with the $2 on PayPal for the scam.
who was changing the election laws inside the time frame when it was not allowed.
Elizabeth with the $2 on Venmo for the scam. Ron Lee with the $3 on Venmo for the scam. So you're just not going to respond to what I said to whatsoever.
I was just
No, so my
responding.
claim is that he's a threat to democracy because he tried to rig the outcome of the 2020 election, installing votes in Congress from states that he lost, saying he won.
No,
Is anything that what I just said is false?
he didn't try to steal it. All he was asking for, which he had the right to
Okay,
as
I
a
can test that.
president
So
candidate.
he sent fake slates of electorates to 7 different key swing states after the election, and sent them with false certificates of ascertainment, which is the final vote tally that comes from the governor's office, and then told the fake slates of electorates to send those false certificates of ascertainment back to Congress on January 6th. We have the emails between the state governor's office and Congress saying that Donald Trump sent these fake slates of electorates. And then we have Donald Trump calling it an official act of his presidency that he should have a criminal immunity from to the Supreme Court, as well as reports from his own lawyers that still serve him today saying the same. Kristen with a K with a $20 donation on PayPal. Thank you so much, everybody. Please show some love to Kristen, Kristen, as well as Paula with a $5 donation on PayPal and Hannah with a $2 donation. So I see how everything I just said was true and you just call it fake because you don't like it? Wow, whiny baby. Jennifer with a $10 on Venmo for being scammed. Thank you, Jennifer.
Dane, I hope one day you grow up and you quit acting like a 12-year-old.
Hey,
Because I've got kids
$5 on Venmo. And
more-
Angela with a $25 on Venmo for the revolution. Thank you for the love, Angela. Let's get at least 250 big W's for Angela down below. Okay, well, at least I don't have the education of a 12-year-old. Bye-bye. Will with a $15 on Venmo to shut up the guest. Let's get it 100 big W's for Will. Thank you for the love. Hello, Ruben. Did you vote for Trump?
I'm actually English.
Okay, you were like calling me like a snowflake or some shit in the chat. What was that?
Well, I think you should let people talk when they're trying to
Jenny
communicate.
with a $1 on PayPal. I disagree. Jill, thank you for the $1 on Venmo. I should let nobody talk ever.
Right.
Devil with a meteor shower. I appreciate you for the love. Thank you for the meteor shower. What's up, Cam? You vote for Trump? Okay, Cam's driving. Guys, if you're in that queue, make sure that you voted for Trump. If you're in that queue and you did not vote for Trump, I will politely ask you to leave, as we are just looking for some debate. So everybody, do just give us a minute. We got Jennifer loading up into the live. I posted a video before I went live today, and unfortunately, it just got completely shut down by the TikTok algorithm. I think it's because I said YouTube in it. Hey, Lauren, I appreciate you so much for the $20 donation on PayPal. That's incredibly kind. If we could all please show some love to Lauren in the chat, that is an incredibly kind donation of you, and I really appreciate that. In the meantime, we're going to go to get that next guest up in here. Spam MAGA in that chat if you do want to join, just looking for some debates and whatnot. You already know. All right, here we go, guys. What is up, Chelsea? Sorry, I'm not even going to try to pronounce her name. Did you vote for Trump? Okay, they're not here, so moving on to the next guest. We got Oscar loaded up into the box. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, did you vote for Trump?
I did, yeah.
Okay, 5 years old.
What?
5 years old. All right, next guest is loading up as we speak. I do apologize, so this is taking a moment, chat. Typically, it can, that's an unfortunate fact. Here we go. We got him loading up. Hello, Dylan.
Hello.
Did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
You did vote for Trump. So why did you vote? Well, how old are you?
I'm 19.
Perfect. So why did you vote for the worst presidential candidate of your life?
Because I felt like it was the best choice.
Okay. Why? Dude just left. Dude absolutely just left. He said no. All right, we're going to go to get that next guest up in the box. Hello, thank you for the hand arts, Devil. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody, guys, spam MAGA in that chat if you do want to join. You know what I think is sad? The fact that we could have 8.1 thousand people in the live and not have one singular Trump supporter that is ready and willing to come up here and debate me. Y'all don't want the smoke. There's not a single person Not a single person out of 8,000 people that can handle the smoke. Hi, how do you?
So, like, you know, Trump is your president, right? So get his nutsack out of your fucking mouth. Like, how does his nut taste? On God, like, how does it taste all over your fucking face, like in your eyes?
I remember when I used to be 15 too. If that wasn't, dude, if that was an adult,
Beanie Boy. How you doing, brother?
Dude, all right, just give me a minute. If that was an adult, I had such a perfect response there. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, yo, John! Thank you so much for the $100 on Venmo. I really appreciate you for the love, John. Oh my God. Let's get at least 3,000 W's for John in that comment section. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Hey, I'm also reading your message there. I'm going to research a little bit more about that and reach out. So I appreciate you for the love, John. Let's get at least 1,000 big booms in the chat. That is an incredibly kind donation. Anyways, Mr. Taylor, did you vote for the worst presidential candidate of, unironically, your entire life?
Yes, sir. How you doing today, Beanie?
I'm doing all right. So why'd you do that?
Cuz, man. Think about it, man. You know what she did? She scammed the African American community.
Kamala
You know what she
Harris?
did? Yeah, you know what she did?
What'd you do?
She brought two African American rappers on stage to get our votes.
Okay. So, at her rally in Atlanta, she had Megan Thee Stallion on stage, as Megan Thee Stallion is an incredibly popular artist and influencer amongst Gen Z. And you call that a scam to African Americans?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's trying to win the African American community.
So I have a
to get her
question.
votes.
What's worse? Bringing Megan Thee Stallion on stage or calling all black people lazy?
I need proof he said that.
Okay, I could provide that to you after you answer my question.
What's worse? Scamming black people. I don't care if you call black people lazy.
Okay, sorry. You're just like okay, you're delusional. Sorry, man. We're just gonna go to move on. Like that's just a delusional take. Bringing Megan Thee Stallion on stage is more racist than calling all black Americans lazy. Sorry, delusional. I just don't even have time to engage with that. Oh, that's a fetus.
I did not mean to come up. I'm sorry.
We're going to go to move on to the next guest, guys. Everybody do just give us a minute here, y'all. If you are in that queue, make sure that you vote for Trump. That is like, wow. That is crazy, dude. Hi, Jacob. You vote for Trump? Jacob! Guys, if you're in that queue, guys, come on, please. If you're in that queue, make sure you're here to debate, okay? All right. You know what? We've been live for an hour and 30 minutes. We haven't had a single woman up here. Let's try to get a woman up here. Hi, Tay. You vote for Trump?
No, I didn't. I just wanted to say I love you. I'm so sorry.
Base. Love you too, Tay. Appreciate you for being on the right side of history while we get our next guest up here. It's worth pointing out, y'all, if you're in that queue, make sure that you voted for Trump. And if you're in that queue and you didn't vote for Trump, I'll politely ask you to leave. Yeah, we're going to try to find a woman that supports Trump. I try to have some diversity in the sense of gender, race, and sexual orientation. I really try to hit on as many demographics and the people that I talk to as possible because it's interesting hearing the perspective of reasons why individuals voted for Trump and how they could change based upon like their demographics, etc. It is. I think it's interesting. Hey, Jamie, you vote for Trump? Okay, Jamie's not here, so we're going to move on to the next guest. Tammy! Thank you for the $10 on Venmo, saying thank you for that you do. Hey, well, I appreciate that, Tammy. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you so much. We're going to move on to the next guest. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. But yes, 99% of the people in my queue at any given point are white men. At any given point. We got John loading up in. Here we go. All right. Okay. Hello, John. You vote for Trump? Hello? Speak! Okay, John's not going to speak. Guys, just spam MAGA down below in that comment section if you want to come up. Yo, Dizzy Dak, you should join up, man. Hey, Liam, can you tell me if you voted for Trump?
I absolutely did.
Good boy. Why do you fall for this every time? Good fucking boy, Liam. Good fucking boy.